What's going on, Rangers fans? My name is Jimmy Fanizzi, and welcome to another edition of From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast presented by DraftKings. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure you follow us on X and Instagram at BlueSeats94 and use the hashtag BlueSeats to chat with us on any and all topics at hand. You can also send us fan mail with any questions or opinions you have from the BlueSeats at gmail.com. That's from the BlueSeats at gmail.com. Also, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube and subscribe on all audio platforms, and be sure to rate us 5 stars. It would mean the world to us. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see, once again, I thought my webcam was going to be on a little bit of a hot streak like the Rangers are right now, but unfortunately, there is no video on the YouTube side of things. I am so sorry about that. I hope before the end of 2025 to A, have the problem fixed, or B, just outright get a new webcam in general. So unfortunately, you're stuck with this on the YouTube side just for this episode, so I do apologize about that, but I promise you I will get this fixed. With that being said, the boys are looking pretty good right now. Looking pretty good. They got a 3-game winning streak going. First 3-game winning streak since November of last season, which is really hard to believe. You really couldn't make it up if you tried. I mean, that's how bad last year's team was. They couldn't buy a 3-game winning streak to save their damn life. They just came off a 3-1 Western Canada road trip that ended in Seattle for some reason. I'll never know. But hey, a 3-1 Western road trip, you would sign up for that in a heartbeat. And I really like what I'm seeing from this team right now, but for the entire month of October, you did not like what you saw for the most part. There was a lot of frustration, bad puck luck, and just sort of the same things that you have seen from this team last year, except there's one tiny difference. This team actually does have some fight in them. I say some because there are still quite a few flaws to look at. And it's the same ones that we keep seeing over and over and over again. And a lot of them got exposed for the entire month of October. So that is why I am bringing back my monthly review segment for this season. That is right. At the end of every single month, I will bring you my monthly evaluations of this team. I will give them a grade, what I like, what I don't like, and what I want to see improved. And October has come and gone, and so has Halloween, and I hope everybody out there who celebrates Halloween had a wonderful, wonderful time. Hopefully, you ate lots of candy, and I hope it was worth it. But anyway, October has come and gone, and the Rangers finished up October with a 5-5-2 record. At the time of this recording, they are 6-5-2. On November 3rd, at the time of this recording, they are 6-5-2 with 14 points, which means points-wise, they are in a 3-way tie with Boston, Ottawa, and Columbus for the first wildcard spot, but Columbus currently holds that spot with a 7-5-0 record with a .583 win percentage. The Rangers and Ottawa have a .538 win percentage, and Boston has a .500 winning percentage. So Columbus holds that first wildcard spot. But the Rangers were in dead last throughout the entire month of October, and now all of a sudden going into this month of November, they have the second wildcard spot, currently tied with Ottawa. Now, how did they even get to this point? Well, opening night against Pittsburgh was very, very frustrating, but you saw a lot of good things. You saw them actually come out with a lot more aggressiveness, and Pittsburgh just got the better of them. They lost 3-0 on opening night, and then from there, it was really kind of a roller coaster type of month. I mean, like I said, there are some things that you really, really liked about this team. Like, last year's team is not showing the type of grit and fight that this team is showing. I mean, take the game in Edmonton, for example, the day before Halloween. You really think that last year's team is fighting all the way back from a 3-1 deficit the way they did in Edmonton to win in overtime? I don't think so. So I really like that aspect, although the Rangers should not be even getting themselves in that position in the first place, but it's hockey. It happens. The Rangers went into Edmonton down 3-1 and came back against, let's face it, two of the best players in the NHL right now, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. And really, a goaltender in Stuart Skinner who has really proven me wrong so far. I mean, I've been very skeptical about Edmonton's goaltending for quite a while. The Oilers are coming off of back-to-back Stanley Cup final appearances, losing both times to the Florida Panthers, and I really do feel for them in a way, I do. But Stuart Skinner has really shut me up and proven to me that he is a quality starting goalie for the Oilers, so I guess I can stop making the jokes that Edmonton needs a starting goalie because Stuart Skinner is the real deal. I will admit I was wrong, I apologize, but I'm getting myself sidetracked here. Stuart Skinner has pretty much owned the Rangers. And the fact that this Rangers team was able to show the grit that they did and come all the way back from a 3-1 deficit and win 4-3 in overtime really shows me that there are a bunch of improvements already from last year. However, there were a lot of shades of last year's team throughout this entire month of October. For example, the power play is still atrocious. It needs to be fixed. I do not know what the problem is as far as generating offensive chances on the power play. Granted, it has been a little bit better as of late, but there are still a lot of things to clean up. Like you're not even giving yourself enough time to get set up in the zone because you are letting the other team pressure you way too much. It's like you're almost nervous to get set up because you don't want to make a silly mistake. I 100% get that, but take your chance and just shoot it. You never know what's going to happen. So that's something that needs to be cleaned up. More shooting on the power play, which, yes, it has been better, but it is still atrocious. Let's just call it spade a spade. The power play is still bad. It needs to be fixed. But I do like what I have seen the past few games on the power play. Do I even need to complain about the defense anymore? Yes, there are still some holes, but surprisingly, the defense has actually played a lot better than what I've seen in the almost decade and a half that I've been watching this team. And to me, the addition of Vlad Gavrikov has made a big difference for them defensively. The way that you see him willing to just lay the body down and block a shot, get all over somebody and make a great defensive play to take the puck away, the way that you just see him conduct himself on the ice every single night, that has made a world of difference for them defensively, especially with him playing alongside Adam Fox. Adam Fox, to me, yes, he still needs some improvement, but I have already seen much better results from Adam Fox than I did all of last season. His game has really improved so far. I really hope it continues, but Gavrikov, to me, has been the sole difference maker for the Rangers defensively. Hockey is back, and this season, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action you love. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NHL right to your fingertips. From player props to the thrill of live in-game betting, every drop of the puck is your shot to win big. Now, there's a lot of stuff to look at this season. Maybe you like Connor McDavid to win the Hart Trophy at plus 250. Maybe you like the Carolina Hurricanes to win the Stanley Cup at plus 750. Whatever you want to bet on, make sure you do it with DraftKings. And new customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. Light the lamp all season long with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boo Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright NHL 2025. All rights reserved.
Another thing that you really like about the Rangers? their penalty kill continues to be amazing. It's always been a strong point for the Rangers for quite a while, but something about this penalty kill under Mike Sullivan really is something different. I mean, yes, last year, despite the miserable season they had, last year they led the league in shorthanded goals, which was amazing. But it can also be a bad thing when the discipline isn't there. The penalties are still a problem, especially when they almost cost you games, like how Mika Zibanejad almost did against Edmonton with that ridiculous high sticking penalty. I don't know what the hell Zibanejad was doing there, but despite that, Mika Zibanejad has actually had a pretty solid start to the year so far, way better than last year already. But even still, you cannot be taking penalties like that against the Oilers, especially late in that game when you know that the Oilers' power play is lethal as heck. Those kind of penalties cannot happen. So the discipline factor needs to be fixed. Yes, shorthanded goals are wonderful to see, but the penalties have to slow down. Now, I talked about their grit and their fight before earlier in this episode, and I've already seen a lot more of it this year than I did all of last year. But it's also really, really frustrating to watch sometimes. Especially when you've been playing against these teams that seem to figure you out, especially at home, which, by the way, at the time of this recording, they play tomorrow night, November 4th, at home against the Carolina Hurricanes. You are still winless at home. Now, I don't know if these teams are just that good and they figured you out, or if Madison Square Garden has just simply become a house of horrors and all of a sudden the Rangers are just not good there at all. I don't know what it is, but you need to get a win at home eventually. You finally scored at home, which is fantastic, but now you got to win. You got to win at home. That's another struggle right there. I do think they will end up getting a home win. They'll probably get many more home wins this year. They cannot go winless at home the entire season. It's not going to happen. It's almost impossible. They're going to get a win at home. Whether it's tomorrow night against Carolina or another day against another team, they're gonna get a win at home eventually. So everybody, let's just calm down and just try to be a little bit more optimistic about that. If the Rangers are really this good on the road, they will find a way to be really, really good at home. I really do think that they will turn things around at Madison Square Garden. But it is very, very frustrating to know that some home games, they play really, really aggressive, sometimes even outplay the opposition, and they still lose. Which is frustrating because that has happened throughout this whole month of October. You see them, well, almost the whole month of October because they're having a few games where they just look like last year's team. But half the time, they've showed a lot of fight and lost, and they have struggled to score. So it's a problem right there when A, you can't score at home, and B, you can't win at home. You finally scored at home, especially when you laid 5 on the San Jose Sharks, but it was also frustrating when you lost to them in overtime, when Taylor Radish had a hat trick. Out of all people, Taylor Radish, I mean, hey, congrats to him, but Taylor Radish? Really? You're going to let him score a hat trick? But I digress. The bottom line is, you have to win at home, period. They went winless at home in the month of October, which is a problem. November is here now, so hopefully the boys can finally get on the right track at MSG. Now, to wrap up this episode, and before I give my grade, a couple of players that I actually have really, really liked to see so far. First of all, Mika Zibanejad. I mentioned him before. Despite the boneheaded high-sticking penalty that he took against Edmonton that almost cost him the game, I actually think Mika Zibanejad has had a really, really solid start to the year. Yes, there are still some things he needs to figure out, but you gotta really like what you see so far. He actually scored 5-on-5 for a change. He scored on the power play a couple of times. You really, really have to admire the solid start from Zibanejad. Yes, again, you like to see more, but hey, we're only a month into the season. There's plenty of time, so I really like what I'm seeing from Mika Zibanejad. Adam Fox has had a much better start to this year. He currently leads the team with 11 points at the time of this recording. You already really, really like what you see from Adam Fox. If you don't like what you're seeing, then I don't know what the heck you're watching. Maybe you're watching last year's team. But Adam Fox, again, Gavrikov has made a world of difference. Adam Fox, I really, really love what I'm seeing. Taylor Radish is actually off to a decent start. Sam Carrick has been awesome. Sam Carrick has probably been the Rangers' best player outside of Adam Fox. I mean, the way Sam Carrick is able to make plays happen, his physical presence, I mean, do I even need to say any more? Sam Carrick has very quietly, so far, and this is a long shot from happening, but he is quietly being the MVP for the Rangers so far. He's not going to win any MVP award, but he is the MVP of that team so far. He has been outstanding. Noah Laba, the young rookie who got his first NHL goal against Calgary on the most recent road trip. Congratulations to him. I like what I'm seeing from that young kid. So there are a lot of good players that are having really, really good seasons so far. But the two that I am most concerned about, look, JT Miller, I get it. He's had his struggles as well, but he's second on the team with 8 points, and he's finally starting to come around. I don't know whether he's been playing hurt or not, but JT Miller has been playing a lot better. I'm not concerned about him. I think he'll be fine. I am concerned about Artemi Panarin and Alexis Lafreniere. Yes, Panarin has 7 points on the year so far, third on the team. Lafreniere's got 6, currently tied for 4th. But honestly, Panarin, I don't know what's happening with him in terms of goals. I mean, Artemi Panarin offensively right now looks just lost right now. I don't know what's happening with him. Maybe for some reason he's just unhappy right now. Maybe he's looking to get out of New York. I don't know what's going on with Panarin, but he needs to figure things out right now. And Alexis Lafreniere, I mean, look, I'm not ready to give up on the kid just yet. I'm really not. I've defended him for a long, long time. I know a lot of you fans out there are very frustrated with Alexis Lafreniere because he's not the number 1 overall pick that you thought he was going to be. And yes, I 100% get it. But this is year 1 of a new coach in a new system. And it's the second year of a 7-year contract extension that he signed. I'm not giving up on him yet. It's frustrating to watch because I really do think that he has a ton of potential. I'm waiting to see the 2022-2023 Alexis Lafreniere. If Ranger fans, if we can get that this year, then I think we will feel a lot better about it. But right now, it's really, really frustrating. But once again, give him some time under this new system. I know you're not going to want to hear that, but it's a new coach, new offensive system, second year of a 7-year contract extension. Let's all relax. If he has another bad year this year, then we can have a different discussion. But right now, let's all just relax and give him time. I personally think that Lafreniere will be fine. Yes, it's been frustrating, but he will be fine. I think Panarin will be fine as well. But everybody wants to point the blame to Alexis Lafreniere, and it's not fair to the kid. Everybody needs some work. But let's all just relax. I think Laffy's going to be just fine. So, to wrap things up, despite the struggles that the Rangers got off to in the month of October, I'm going to give them a solid C. Because there were some things that I actually liked that were much different from last year's team. They actually have some grit, they have some fight, and last year's team definitely was not showing that. I really like what I'm seeing from Adam Fox. I like what I'm seeing from Gavrikov. I like what I'm seeing from Carrick. There are a lot of things to like about this Rangers team. Yes, it has been frustrating that they weren't able to score at home at the beginning of the year, and they haven't won at home throughout the whole month of October, and there are still some things to clean up on the power play and so forth. But overall, I'm not going to give them a failing grade for the month of October. As frustrating as it was, there were still some things to like. So I'm going to give them a solid C for the month of October. But what do you think? What grade would you give the Rangers for the month of October? Let me know on all social media at BlueSeats94. Use hashtag BlueSeats. Send me fan mail from theblueseats@gmail.com. That's from theblueseats@gmail.com. Or if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment down below. While you're at it, hit that like button and subscribe on YouTube and hit that bell so you're notified of all episodes that are posted. And make sure you follow me on social media, X, Instagram at BlueSeats94, and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And be sure to rate us 5 stars. It would mean the world to us. Let us know what you think about the Rangers so far. What grade would you give them for the month of October? Going into November right now, they're on a little bit of a roll. Like I said, 3-game winning streak, first time since November of last year, a 3-1 Western road trip. There are a lot of things to like right now, but the top guys definitely need to produce more. But the bottom 6, whoo, you can't ask for anything more from them. They are literally carrying this team right now. But again, for October, I would give them a solid C. Let's hear from you as well. I'm Jimmy Fanizzi. This is From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast. Go Blue Shirts, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!